Okay guys, so I want to do a quick video. I'm going to do this in English and in Spanish. So the video is going to be not a valve adjustment because I've already done a valve adjustment, but a lot of questions I get asked is, hey, how often should I do a valve adjustment? Now the book says you got to do a valve adjustment every, let me adjust the camera here guys. You should be doing a valve adjustment every 100,000, every 250,000, and then doing it at 500,000 miles. So what happens after every 500? Are you done? Do you have to do it again? Of course you got to do a valve adjustment again. This truck that I'm working on right now is a 2017, I believe. It's got 660, almost 670,000 miles, okay? It's having some issues with the filter. It's having some issues with excessive soot. I've got some Delta P codes. I've got a lot of stuff going on. So I want to explain to you guys how often you should be doing a valve adjustment. I don't quite agree with what Detroit says as far as every 100, 200, and then every 500. So I say you should do it about every 100,000 miles. And this is the chart that I use every single time, okay? It doesn't matter if I remember it, I don't remember it. I always go by the book. I always write it down. It's just a better reference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna show you guys why you should be doing it about every 100,000 miles. So these cylinder 1, here is cylinder 2, and then cylinder 4, okay? That's gonna be on the first rotation. So if you're looking at the paper, you're gonna see 1, 2, 4, okay? Now, the next one, we're gonna go to the other side, which is the exhaust side. You're gonna see 1, 3, 5. So we're gonna do 1, we're gonna do valves 3, and then valves 5, okay? Once you rotate the engine, okay, you're gonna go underneath, you're gonna rotate the engine 360 degrees. You're then going to go ahead and do the other half, which is gonna be the second rotation, or TDC 6, whatever you wanna call it. It's gonna be valves 3, 5, 6, and then you're gonna do on the exhaust side 2, 4, 6. So right now I'm gonna just write down 3, 5, 6. So here we go, sorry, 3, 5, 6, and then you're gonna do 2, 4, 6 on the exhaust side. So 2, 4, and 6. Okay, now I'm gonna do this in Spanish as well, but I'm gonna switch it over right now, but for a little bit later in the video. So for right now, this is my intake, okay, and I wanna show you really quick. So again, this is gonna be number 1, and you're gonna see, look at that. There is no chatter at all, okay? Very little to none. The feeler gauge, okay, you're gonna need your 0.406 millimeter. If you look at that, I hope you can see it, I can't even get the gauge in, okay? So what does that tell me? The valve itself has to be adjusted. So again, adjusting your valves, just think of it as a normal maintenance, maybe again, every 100,000 miles, whatever you guys wanna do. So I'm gonna check number 2. I haven't loosened anything, I haven't touched anything. I just wanna show you guys what we're doing. So again, number 2, you can check either one you want. It's gonna be the same thing. And I can't even get the gauge in. I mean, nothing, okay? So that's, number 2 is obviously way out of adjustment. Number 4, I mean, look at this thing. It only goes side to side. It doesn't even go up and down. Up and down, you normally get that little chatter. I'm getting nothing when it comes to number 4, number 2, number 1, okay? On the exhaust, I think the exhaust is maybe a little more forgiving, but the intake is certainly not gonna give you that kind of play. Here's my intake gauge, 0.610 millimeter mm, or whatever you wanna call it. Let's check out the exhaust side. See, exhaust actually has a little more on there, but look at that. I can barely even get the tip of the gauge in there. So I am gonna adjust everything, but I wanna show you guys just how critical valve adjustment is, especially when it comes to your trucks, your regens, your soot level, because this truck came in last week for the one box being completely plugged. Now I haven't posted that video yet, but I am gonna post it. And this is actually something that we should have done, but because of time and because honestly the driver and the owner kind of just kept pushing and pushing that they needed the truck, well, guess what? It's back and it's got to get done. So look, here's number 3, okay? Look at number 3. I'm barely getting that in there and I'm forcing it in, okay? Same thing on number 3. Look at that. Nothing, okay? Here's number 5. I hope you guys can see that. I hope the camera's showing that. Barely getting in there. So we're gonna adjust everything when it comes to all the valves on the intake side. Again, I'm not gonna do a full video on the valve adjustment. I've already done it in English and I've done it in Spanish, but I just wanna show you guys why it's important to do a valve adjustment on a regular basis, especially on a DD15. I'm not too familiar with the ISX. I imagine you're gonna wanna do the same thing with an ISX. An ISX valve adjustment is actually very easy as well. So again, we're gonna loosen up 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 5. We're gonna rotate the engine 360 degrees, and then we're gonna do all the valves that I did with the yellow paint, okay? And that's pretty much it. So guys, that's why it's really important, in my opinion, to do a valve adjustment on a normal basis. No, these are not Series 60 trucks. It's not a 12 liter, it's not a 14 liter. You know, it's not the N14s. You know, these trucks are very different. They require a lot of maintenance, and this is one of the reasons why, okay? Obviously, it starts to affect everything downstream. Hopefully, we can still salvage everything as far as the one box is concerned. Like I said, I have an EGR code regarding the pressure. So I'm gonna check the Venturi pipe, and I'm gonna check this. I'm actually just gonna replace the pipe and replace the sensor. Screw it. And that's pretty much it. Okay guys, so I've just done number 1 right now on the left side. I'm just gonna show you guys really quick what the gauge should look like when it's going in, okay? Obviously nice. You might have some resistance, which is a slip drag, and that's pretty much it. So this is done. I still need to torque it down. Always remember to torque these down when you're done. 37 foot-pounds, okay? Get your torque wrench out and get that done. So we're gonna do, again, we're gonna adjust this, and then I'm gonna go back and verify, make sure that they both have the correct lash. And if it does, and I'm happy with it, I'm gonna move on to 2, 4, and so on and so forth. So just to give you guys an idea of what's going on. Okay guys, so take a look. We went ahead and finished up the valve adjustment again on the first rotation, which is gonna be your TDC1. We did everything that's gonna be on painted white, okay? Then once you rotate the engine, we're gonna go from there and make sure that the other valves are properly adjusted. So I just wanted to show you that, where we're at with it right now. That's pretty much it. So again, we're gonna rotate this and go from there. Okay guys, so we're gonna go ahead and rotate the engine over. A lot of you guys have asked, or some of you guys have asked, I'm not gonna get carried away, not a lot. Some of you guys have asked which way their engine rotates, and you always wanna go in the natural rotation. So I went ahead and used some white paint to show you, or to illustrate, which way the cams are going to turn. And they're always gonna go down towards the passenger side, okay? So we're rotating that engine. We're gonna get it TDC6, and then again, I'm gonna put the gauge in. We're gonna verify just how tight or how loose those valves are. Again, maintenance, very important on a DD15, DD13, DD16. I think it's just gonna have to be a normal way of life, to be honest with you guys. So once it's done rotating over, we will check it out and go from there. Okay guys, so we are back. We are doing the second half of the rotation. So we're gonna do everything that's gonna be on this chart, which is gonna be valves 3, 5, 6 on the intake, 2, 4, 6 on the exhaust. So 3, 5, 6, 2, 4, 6. Okay, so we're gonna do that, but before I do anything, before I adjust, before I adjust, we're gonna go ahead and show you what 3 looks like before we do any loosening or anything of that. So Tony's gonna help me out, and he's gonna go ahead and show you guys if we can actually get that gauge in there, okay? So as you guys can tell, it won't even go in. So we're gonna check another one just to show you guys some more. He's gonna go ahead and check valves 5 on the intake. And you can see nothing is getting in there, okay? Hopefully you guys can see number 6. Nothing, we can't even get the filler gauge in there. So this is why it's important to go ahead and do your valve adjustments on a regular basis. Again, after 500,000 miles, I honestly would suggest to do it every 100,000 miles, just to be on the safe side, okay? We're gonna check out the exhaust side as well, just so you guys can see that. And remember, you're gonna use a different gauge, which is gonna be this one here. Vamos a revisar esto también. So if you guys can see there, Tony's gonna go ahead and try to get a gauge in there, okay? You can actually get something in there, just barely, okay? Hopefully you guys can see that. Hopefully the camera can get a decent angle. So we can barely get the tip in there. Yeah, we can barely get the tip in there, I said it. See, look at that, that's way too tight. So that's definitely gonna be contributing to a number of problems, especially when it comes to your injectors, opening and closing, or fueling, or all kinds of, BS that goes along with it. So that's pretty much that. So we're gonna adjust everything, we're gonna check it, and then we're pretty much done with this video. So again, this video is just really to tell you guys, hey, this is how often you should be doing your valve adjustment. So we're gonna go ahead and loosen this stuff up and go from there. Okay guys, so we are all done with our valve adjustment. I showed you guys just how tight the valves were, and now we have this adjusted and we're ready to go. So we're gonna go ahead and start this up. We're gonna wrap up this video, and that's pretty much it. So guys, if you like the video, thumbs up. I hope it kind of clarifies or gives you guys an idea of how often we should be doing these valve adjustments. Again, I know the book says one thing, but you know, we gotta treat these things a little differently. So that's pretty much it. So guys, if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. Again, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching the videos. If you like them, fantastic, let me know. If you don't like it, hey, let me know as well. Let me know what we can improve and what we can change, okay? Appreciate it, guys. Thank you very much.